Hello, welcome to Dundrell's podcast. Today we're reviewing New 52's Aquaman, Volume 2, The Others, which is from 2013, collects issues 7 through 12, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was 7 through 12. Let me double check. I just checked, and 7 through 13, my bad. And for some reason, the book has Geoff Johns' birth date, 1973. Why it has that in there, I don't know. Right? That's very weird. I think he was born in 1973. Sounds about right. Yeah. So this book is like the second volume in the New 52 Aquaman run by Geoff Johns with art by Ivan Reis, which we reviewed Volume 1. So if you haven't seen my Volume 1 review, go check that out. Right? So this book, if you've seen the new Aquaman movie, or not new, it came out like 3 years ago, you pretty much read half this book, because this book is pretty much like retelling of it's a retelling of Black Manta's origin story, where here it's like, spoiler alert, Aquaman killed Black Manta's father, and Black Manta wants revenge, and how he's going about getting revenge in this book is by going after Aquaman's old team that he was leading, which was called the Others. The other superheroes in this team, you have the Operative, Volstagg, POW, Seer, and I think her name's like Yahara. She's like the savage girl. She can talk to animals, right, telepathically, and they all have different items, like different Atlantean items that can do different things. Operative's item can open up every lock. POW's chain manacles can create barriers, and he can his power, besides from the manacles, is he can summon the souls of dead soldiers that he was friends with, if he has their dog tags. Right, you have this chick can see into the future, but that was because of the item she had, and her item lets her teleport, and his item, which he's Volstagg is this Russian astronaut whose item lets him breathe in water or space, right? So it starts off with Manta killing this Kashina, the Seer, right, to take her item, and he's after all their items, right? So what ends up happening is Aquaman's old team goes to Aquaman to find out. Also, you have this thing from last issue where he takes the the Atlantean recorder to Dr. Shin, the marine biologist, to figure out what's on there, and we know Atlantis is in danger, right? And you find out that you find out his origin story, how he and Aquaman first met, and where their bad blood comes from, because Aquaman took Arthur to see him when Aquaman was a boy and started to develop his powers. He was trying to use Aquaman when he was a kid as a way to prove that Atlantis was real, and everything, that he wasn't basically a crackpot, and that caused Aquaman's father to stop being friends with this guy, and he was butthurt, so he hired he hired Black Manta to get some of his blood, Aquaman's blood, so he can prove that he was right. And that's where Aquaman's dad died, and that's why, like, um, that started the whole rivalry between, like, Aquaman and Black Manta. So this is Yahira, which she kind of reminds me. She's like basically a Brazilian version of Khazar from the Savage Land, and it turns out like Yahara and Aquaman used to have a fling with each other, right? Yeah. So here's some like here's like what Aquaman looked like when he was leading the others, right? So I don't want to spoil too much. I will say this: if you like superheroes that kill, that's what Operative looks like without his mask. He's an old man, which I was not a fan of that. Um, yeah, so if you like superheroes that kill, lots of that going on here, but there's Volstagg without the helmet. Yeah, some of our heroes die. They kill some of Black Manta's henchmen. But when it comes to the final battle, Aquaman doesn't kill Black Manta, right? Which the final fight was pretty cool. Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem with one of the major problems of this book. We already established that Aquaman doesn't have a problem with killing bad guys, right? But it's kind of a thing where, like, okay, he doesn't like to kill them, if it's after they've been, like, defeated, right? So it's like an honorable thing, right? But still, man, it's so this guy killed. That's the problem with when you have superheroes that don't have a problem with killing. When you don't kill them, it just comes off, oh yeah, we can't kill this villain because he's too cool. We need him for like later arcs, man. It's a little dumb. But yeah, apparently he was hired to like try to take the artifacts for somebody from Atlantis. Could be Ocean Master. We don't know, right? So overall, I thought the story was really great. It was cool seeing these new superheroes. Though you do kind of have like a PC thing going on here, where like they're all different races. They're all different races. POW's like Mexican. She's like Middle Eastern. She's Brazilian. We think we're not 100% sure. I don't know. Besides from the kind of PC or like woke stuff in the book, I thought this book was really great. The action was good. The intrigue was good. They took like kind of like this villain Black Manta who was kind of like a joke in the comics. He just came off like a henchman to Ocean Master or whatever. They gave him like kind of like presence and it's like a sense of threat there, which was pretty cool, right? Yeah, I really enjoyed this book, and I would give it 7.5 out. 7.5 out of 10. I thought it was really good, but like the climax was not a fan of it. But like the climax was good. It's just like when he didn't kill like Black Manta after Black Manta had killed two of his, I'm not gonna say who, but killed two of his friends, by the way, right, and pretty brutally at that. So that was a little dumb, but overall I thought it was a good book, comic book. So for my next review, we've been reviewing too many good things, so I'm thinking of reviewing this, the Superior Foes of Spider-Man, getting the band back together by Nick Spencer, which we read of Nick Spencer book a while ago. It was the Ant-Man one, and it was terrible, right? So I'm thinking of reviewing this next, or we can review Wolverine Weapon X, right? So I'll let you guys decide. Do you want a review of this book that's probably going to suck, or this book that's probably going to be good? Alright guys, peace.